We have reached the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup, with the champions Liverpool taking on Watford and Arsenal taking on Manchester United, and that is where our highlight show has coverage for you today. And of course, under the new format, the Carabao Cup is now contested over 2 legs in the semi-finals. Well, it's one more game and then Gregg Popovich winks another final, which you wouldn't bet against it, would you? Manchester United's form has been literally impeccable all the way through, and here we are for the Carabao Cup semi-final, where Arsenal will have the home advantage at least, as it is played here at the Emirates as opposed to Wembley Stadium. I'm sure that was the format now. But the other semi-final is of great interest, as Watford, against all the odds, are up against Liverpool. Now, if I remember rightly, I'm sure the Carabao Cup semi-final is a 2-legged affair now, as there's been a major revamp in this competition, which is why I'm surprised we're not playing at Wembley. I'm sure the semi-finals were there, unless they've been changed. But whatever the case, we're here and we're about to play a game of football for the first silverware of the season. Bernardo will start in goal. Holding and Mari are the centre-back pairing for Arsenal today. Martinelli's on the left, and Ozil, despite being frozen out of the team a lot by Mikel Arteta, is trusted behind Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang today. Coach Pop is taking no chances, but Sergio Romero gets the nod ahead of David De Gea in a strange piece of news. But it is the traditional 11 of Wan-Bissaka, Dealership, Lindelof, Telles, with Hazard, Pogba, Fernandes and Marcus Edwards over Dan James. Marcus Rashford and Edinson Cavani continue to lead the line up front, with Mason Greenwood still on his way to a return, as no date has been scheduled yet. Cavani. And Bellerin clears it. Oh, and it's actually bounced out to Martinelli. No one at Manchester United was awake there. Will they pay for it? Aubameyang, yes they will! Aubameyang has scored, and Arsenal have the lead. And it's Manchester United's own doing. They'd fallen asleep on the ball they thought would go out. Martinelli picks it up. And Legit really should be getting to Aubameyang there, but he left it to Telles instead. Manchester United completely caught cold. Aubameyang right into the spot. Romero can't reach it, although could you argue that he should? Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has given Arsenal the lead. And, well, like we said at the top of the broadcast, Arsenal were the bigger threats to this unbeaten record that Manchester United have been on, and they've proven that to be the case once again. Surprisingly, it's Arsenal 1, Manchester United 0. Manchester United had against Cardiff, which they've won by 4-0. It's Torgan Hazard. Leno's come out, and that's a grave mistake. Torgan Hazard has equalised, and he should know. He's come up against Torgan Hazard so many times in the Bundesliga, I'm sure. Although I'm probably not so sure now I've said that. And Torgan Hazard has got another goal for his Manchester United career, and he is shining, as is everyone that is signed in a Manchester United shirt this season. And that is exactly the response that Coach Popovich wants. Even when Manchester United go behind, you don't count them out until the final whistle. And that's why. And if the away goal rule is in effect in these semi-finals, then Manchester United now have the away goal to their advantage. I'm not sure how the rules are in that one. Bellerin and Manchester United will be crying for the half-time whistle. Oh, it's another good save by Romero. And Manchester United finally, I said crying there, and I meant screaming for it. Great save by Romero, and Arsenal really making a game of it here. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang giving them the lead, but the resiliency of Coach Popovich's Manchester United side once again comes to the fore and can never be understated. What a game we've had, and it's level 1-0 at the break. Underway by Dealership. Now he's going to find Rashford. 2-1. And Marcus Rashford gets another. And it's once again, the turnaround is completed. We can't even be surprised anymore. What a pass by De Legit that is. To be fair, De Legit passing it like a midfield maestro, finding Rashford. And that is a very soft goal for Arsenal to concede, to be fair. But it is the pace and the power of Marcus Rashford and the all-round brilliance of Marcus Rashford, actually. And that's his... I'm not sure how many goals he's got in the competition. He's got 13. 3. My apologies. I think he's gotten around 11 or 12 in the Premier League, hasn't he? He went ahead of Mason Greenwood most recently. Well, speaking of the Premier League, we will be returning there. And Arsenal will be facing Brighton at the Annex. There's Aubameyang. Space given away there by Lindelof. Oh, he's banged it in. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has scored another. And he found a gap there that was left by Lindelof, who came too far up, really. And it's 2-2. Arsenal will just not go away. Look at the gap there left by the United defenders. Wan-Bissaka is not having a great game tracking, to be fair. A goal by Aubameyang. Nothing Romero could do about it, but Lindelof and Wan-Bissaka probably the culprits there, although Lindelof probably shouldn't have left this post in the first place. And Manchester United really not had it defensively in this one. And it's 2-2, and it's a bit of a classic, to be fair. Well, it's the big one for Manchester United, isn't it? It's a 6-pointer in the league. The Manchester derby is coming up next. And Aubameyang will have to run the ball out of play. There's Rashford again. Oh, big space left there by Arsenal. It is Cavani! And 3-2. And it's almost a carbon copy of Arsenal's second. Too big a gap, and you can't give Edison Cavani that. 3-2 to Manchester United. It has been a classic tonight. But look at this space. Everyone closed in on Rashford. Cavani came over behind him. And Edison Cavani will pick those all day long. An easy goal. And Arsenal's all their hard work just continues to get undone by their own play. Coach Popovich hasn't had it easy tonight, but he can always count on his men. And that's the third goal for Edison Cavani in the competition as well. It really has been such a tremendous team effort by Manchester United. With the exception of Rashford and Greenwood, who've got double figures in goals in the Premier League, they have a majority of scorers. And here's Pepe. He's going away to Pogba. Cavani to Edwards, or Fernandes to Edwards rather. Here's Cavani. Wonderfully played. And Marcus Rashford will bang it in, but I'm sure he's offside. No, the goal has stood. Marcus Rashford makes it 4-2. I was almost certain he was offside. But Marcus Rashford, and that will give Manchester United a cushion now. He's a long way. Oh, he might be on, you know. He might be on. I don't think it's Tierney. I think it's the other side. I think it's Bellerin who plays him on. Wonderful goal by Rashford. Wonderfully placed by Cavani. And that could be game over. And that is the thing. With Manchester United, you can't let them get a foothold in a game. Because they will start to run away with it. They play for 90 minutes. And I think that's where most of the teams have failed. Arsenal 2, Manchester United 4. It looks all over now. To be taken there by Alex Telles. Torgan Hazard. Rashford, look at the space Telles has. Telles to whip it in towards Hazard. And handball and penalty given. Penalty is given. It's another penalty for Manchester United. And Rob Holding. Is it handball? It is. Is it clear handball though? Does Tellez get involved there in the play? Well, looks like it's going to be Bruno Fernandes, who has had terrible luck at the penalty spot this season. But he scores that one. And Bruno Fernandes has put Manchester United out of sight. 5 goals to 2. And that's the coolest Bruno Fernandes has looked at the penalty spot all season. A man who couldn't buy a penalty spot goal in the early part of it, now is converting them. Another one for Bruno Fernandes. Leno probably should be doing better there. And Arsenal have undone all their hard work. And United score another abundance of goals. Another 5. And there could be more yet. And that's Bruno Fernandes' 3rd goal in the competition as well. There's a lot of 3s tonight when Manchester United score goals. As Mesut Ozil makes way for Alexander Lacazette, I believe that is. But it's already too late. Arsenal 2, Manchester United 5. I think it was the right thing to do to try and find him though. Here to Pepe. Oh, he's lost Tellez. He's got no support. He's going to have to go on his own. He does. He scores. And, well, Pepe has scored. It's 3-5. What does that mean for the rest of the game, though? Still got plenty of injury time left to play, but... well, stranger things have happened, I guess. It's a great goal by Pepe, considering he had a lot of work to do there, but he lost Tellez brilliantly, to be fair. You can't blame Tellez. Romero's not had the greatest of games, to be fair. It's normally the perfect number 2 to David De Gea, but he's not had the best of times tonight, but I think mostly all the goals, except that one, could be blamed at his defence rather than himself. Arsenal 3, Manchester United 5. Stranger things have happened. Well, it wasn't easy, but Manchester United do what they do best, and that's score goals, and that's what won them tonight's game. But it wasn't an easy one. The defence was not that great from Popovich's men tonight, but what matters will be the win by 5 goals to 3. Marcus Rashford getting 2 of them, and well, it is a typical Gregg Popovich performance where they score more goals. He is still undefeated for the season, but Arsenal definitely made it tough. Credit to them. Arsenal 3, Manchester United 5. So as I suspected, the Carabao Cup semi-finals are over 2 legs. So Manchester United will take a 5-3 lead going into that one. In the other game, Liverpool have a slender lead of 3 goals to 2 over Watford. These ties certainly aren't over yet, that's for sure.